Hey, I thought I'd show some replays, or rather the ones that the game saved without crashing on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm sure if you've watched any streams for this game for the past day, you know this game has been a mess during this launch. I initially thought that this was just another one of those thinly veiled marketing ploys to get people to pre-order, because that's what most of these betas are, especially if they're like single-player games or something. Like, they just do it to get people to pay full price for the game, instead of, you know, getting it for $20 6 months later or something. But this, they definitely needed to do this. It has been crashing a lot. I think this game crashed over a dozen times on me. I only played for like an hour or two. I didn't put a significant amount of time into this today. It was a pretty like unenjoyable experience. But I think it did save a couple replays, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play through those and commentate them. Yeah, it only saved 2 replays. Basically what happens is, like, when you win, the server like doesn't sync or something, and the game just seems to crash. And when it does that, it does not save your replay. I do not know if it saves your ranking results. Obviously that doesn't matter too much right now, because, you know, this is a beta, everything's going to be wiped, but it is kind of annoying. I had some good matches, and basically, as far as the game is concerned, they don't exist.
Are you ready?
I don't know how to turn off the commentator. Hold on. Let me see if I could fix that. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Alright, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Let me turn down the sound a little bit. Put it on English voices too. Overall, I think the game is fun. It definitely feels a little bit homogenized, mostly just because the basic like combo routes are basically the same for everybody. Some of the special moves don't really feel that useful. Like, you can really get by with just basic fundamentals in this. Like, right now, this game's a lot like, you know, if this was an arcade game that came out like a couple years ago or something. It's basically how everyone is learning how to play. Is you know, you're just playing people, and you have to just learn stuff on the fly. There's no training mode. The best you can get is there's a couple parts of the tutorial where you can play certain characters, and the conditions are like strict enough that you can actually kind of have mock matches and practice combos, but for the most part you can't like train at all. So I imagine a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now is like massively unsafe. I don't know. I hope you can turn off the announcer. I don't know how to do that, but whatever. The damage is pretty high. It seems like they've balanced it around like a 2-kill combos basically. So you're supposed to do like 50% damage per combo if you're lucky. And you have the resources.
Someone's raring to save the day! You're not getting away! There's no stopping this assault! See you! Someone's raring to save the day! See you! No way! It's Fighter down! Oh no! Tensions are running high! This could be over in an instant! And they switch places! Hope you're ready! The entire arena's shaking!
The biggest issue with the game is that there's just like not really a lot of moveset variety. I think it's great that the game is accessible. What people don't realize is that this is a massive franchise. It's bigger than anything ArcSys has ever done, and I think if they made it like Guilty Gear, where it's like borderline inaccessible, and the game would not do well. So I can kind of see why the game is designed the way it is, but it does feel like some of the moves aren't useful. There's not really a lot of fluff in the movesets, which is nice, but there's not a whole lot of variety either.
That was a world-class brawl! Satisfying!
I talked to Squillo and he pretty much said the same thing, like he's winning with just
I'm gonna be late for the
basic fighting game fundamentals from just playing the genre for, 15 years or whatever. Which is basically what you have to do because there's no training mode. And I imagine there's no training mode to facilitate and force people to play online to stress test the servers. It obviously needs it. It's been crashing a ridiculous amount.
Get ready for a Dragon Ball Rumble!
A couple people in the FGC played like pretty much all day today, like since last night, and I think they only got like maybe 100 matches, which when you consider they're on for like 12 hours, they only got 100 matches. That's not that much time. Like a lot of that was just spent matchmaking. Apparently this maintenance improved the matchmaking, but the game's still very unstable. The lobbies are crashing and stuff. I don't remember if I won this one or not, but whatever. It's the only other one I have. I had some other good matches, but they're lost in the void now. I kind of had some buyer's remorse. I don't make a lot of money doing this, so especially after Climax Fighters, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this game, if it was going to be another Climax Fighters with bad netcode and just not really ability to really experience it at all. But there's going to be a lot of people playing this, and the netcode's been really solid. I'm on Wi-Fi, and I really haven't had that many issues at all.
Absolutely seamless! Things are moving to close quarters! Be gone! Behind that sideways! And we have liftoff!
I imagine what will happen with this game is that they will introduce more moves and more mechanics, in the next version or whatever. I hope for their sake they're not going to make like 12 versions of this like Blaze Blue. I hope they're going to do what they're doing with Guilty Gear right now, with the upgrade versions and stuff. I think that would be a better overall choice. But as far as I know, Namco has to like put out a Dragon Ball game every year or something to like keep the license. So who knows what's going to happen. Obviously, ArcSys owns Guilty Gear, so they can do whatever they want with that. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this in the future. I could see them maybe adding some extra moves and stuff. Basically, all the moves are either quarter circle forward or quarter circle back. It's a lot like Marvel. Marvel pretty much eliminated all the dragon punches except for like characters like Ryu. This game definitely does have some similarities to Marvel Infinite. A lot of the ways that the inputs have been simplified is very similar.
Who will stand victorious? It's impossible to tell! Neither fighter is holding the lead for long!
I don't even know how to play as Piccolo. I'm just like playing with fundamentals. I'm definitely gonna run Yamcha. Yamcha looks my style, and I want to play more Mystic Gohan. But I definitely will need access to training mode before I can really take it too far.
Now I can have some
Beautiful follow-up!
You here shall be destroyed.
Standing, but barely! The damage is taking its toll! Up and away!
It's futile.
Outstanding, but that's a knockout! Looks like I'm up! And we have liftoff!
Look nowhere. Say your prayers.
This fight isn't over! Talk about upsets! Please, a round of applause for both fighters!
Alright, that's all the matches I've got at the moment. I'm gonna attempt to get some more, but like I said, with the crashes and stuff and the lobbies disconnecting, it's very hard to get any of your good matches recorded in the replay theater unless you're streaming or recording. That's all I've got for now. I'll definitely have more. In terms of my content for this, I think people are gonna figure out this game like really quickly. it's not that there's not a whole lot to it, it's just that the characters have such small movesets. It's going to be more about team synergies and stuff. Like, I know Cell and Vegeta synergize really well together because Vegeta's assist allows you to continue combos really easily. I think stuff like that is going to be what people are going to find. I think a lot of the stuff is being figured out already. So, I like that the execution's lower. I like that I can just play this. You know, it's not too taxing. The mechanics outside of the really simple and kind of homogenized movesets and gameplay flow are really nice. It's just that the characters do feel pretty similar, and I think that people called that out before, and there were some people that were trying to defend it and say that it wasn't. It definitely is true. Like you saw in those matches, I won just by basic fundamentals. I barely know what I'm doing. Barely anyone does, especially with how unstable the game has been. So I'm interested for the future of the game. I'm definitely interested to play as Yamcha. He looks like he's going to be pretty fun. Hopefully I can find a good team with him. But yeah, that's it for now. If I manage to get some more matches saved, then I'll probably dump those up, maybe after the beta ends. Catch you later. Peace.